Okay, this is Terra-Marina. I'm going to bring you up on the progress that has been happening this sprint. So first things first is map controls. Map controls I rated at 30 minutes. It did not take 30 minutes. There was a lot of problems with getting the scale to work quite right because the big thing was zooming. Didn't exactly know how to zoom the camera in. I just figured I'd figure it out. And yeah, no, it was more tricky than I wanted to. But there is zooming on the map mode now, as well as a bunch of little tweaks to the UI elements and how things are working like that. So I'll go ahead and show you. The zoom is scalable, so you're able to jump into the map and it's going to get slower and slower to move you around, so your camera will get a bit more sluggish when you're fully zoomed in compared to when you're fully zoomed out. You're now boxed in, so you can't go off the edge of the map as well, which is quite nice. There's a whole tweening system with the camera now. It's no longer flicking from one to the other with spacebar. Spacebar has been disabled. Instead, it like shifts you in and then shifts you out, which is pretty neat. All of the elements still work, and you can only zoom in and out when you're not using them, mostly. The biggest challenge was getting this to work in all resolutions. This is not Unity Canvas. I don't get any of the nice things that Unity Canvas has, because one of the mandates I kind of have for myself is no UI elements. If I actually jump into here, we'll be able to see it better. This can handle all sorts of resolutions. So if I want to put it in mobile resolution, it can pretty much handle that. It could also handle, that's another mobile resolution. If we go chunkier, like a really low resolution one, it'll be able to handle it like that. If we go into 4x3, it will shift the elements for that, and the zoom will still function. Because there's so many kind of like elements of UI in this, I wanted it to be able to handle all of that no matter what. Zooming out, we can see control scheme is still working fine. This isn't really what I wanted to show. What I do want to show is there have been some changes to how you actually pick elements. So picking this screen in order to jump into the map view, picking this book up, picking any of these things up, I've completely redone how that system works. It used to run in the code, so it'd have like an on mouse down event, but this was kind of clunky. It meant I'd have to do a lot of manual coding if I wanted to change anything, a lot of like getting stuff in through serialized fields. It was slowing the whole thing down and like tripling the amount of scripts that I really needed. So what I've done is I've tricked Unity into thinking that these physical objects are actually UI elements. So this camera is going to raycast onto here, and then it's going to read this like it's a UI element, like a button or anything like that that Unity uses in Canvas. And then it's going to use an event trigger in order to call a whole bunch of stuff. So this is going to be like controlling these objects, getting you in and out of the map and stuff like that. But yeah, that's been the mainstay for this sprint so far. Going forwards, I want to get the actual hydrophone cone that you can see out here, get that translated onto the map view. There's a script for that already for translating positions. I just need to get that in there so I can make a copy and you can see what you're doing. After that, it's being able to read how far away an object is when you're listening to it. Getting distance is just going to be kind of like a seismograph that they use for earthquakes. One of the biggest themes for this is no UI elements, no digital displays, trying to make everything feel physical as if it were around in like the 1850s. So it'll be a challenge, but it's going well so far. Thank you.